Well, hello there, humans, bees, earthlings, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too. I'm Bushka, and today is training day again. Today we're going to be talking about solo versus squad and how I use that to improve my overall gameplay. It might not look it in this video in the opening because this is solo versus squad, but I unfortunately forgot to turn off auto matchmaking, so I just jumped on my own and went to Yasna and started fighting people, and that's great. The reason I wanted to make this video, it's pretty straightforward. Arcade mode is brilliant for training. I know I've said that in the past. It should be something that's fairly self-evident now. But the big thing about it is when you run war mode, it's excellent for working out. For instance, if you've been watching the channel at all, I've got the sound turned down here too because there's some clown on there who just won't shut up and he's got his TV on and I didn't mute him. Arcade mode's excellent, and war mode is brilliant for learning new control setups and trialing things because you get so much time on target in brawls. But there's no consequences there. And you get people who play just super aggressive, run in, trade hit points, and it's all over, and then you do it again and again and again. What I like to do is play solo versus squad in mini zone or sniper mode. And you get a very, very fair facsimile of a smaller zone with a lot of people in it, so you get a lot of action, a lot of combat, and you've got to face multiple enemies at once and make good decisions. And it's really, really improved my gameplay. I think it's been a tremendously helpful tool for me in the past week or so. You'll also note that I'm wearing my Earth Day shirt, my long socks. I'm basically going for that nerd look. Let me know in the comments whether you think I pulled it off or not. I think it's a fantastic bit of nerd look myself, but you know, I wouldn't know. I'm too cool. I can't really do nerd that well. You let me know. Now, the great thing about this is you can drop really busy areas and get straight into gunfights with multiple targets. And the thing it makes you learn and makes you really work on is the tactical stuff that's the minutiae, the tiny little bits and pieces. For instance, like you saw in that opening sequence, I knocked a guy and then I just buggered off and left him there and went and got into someone else because I knew that his squad was not around him. He wasn't going to be able to be revived. He was fine where he was, so I could knock him, go back and do something else, and that's his last squad member there. Beat him on the strafe, and happy days. We're a winner. And those are the kind of decisions that I want to be making, and they're excellent. This is school. Now, I go to school an awful lot in this. I go Pachinki, school, Yasna Polyana, places that are really, really busy. And the reason I go to those places is because you get a lot of action, and you get it immediately. And the other thing is, if you're in a final zone and you're in school, how much of an advantage do you think it is being comfortable with where everything is, knowing your way around at speed in really tough situations, and having fought hundreds of brawls in this zone, in this area. Plus, it's just fun, man. It's just so much fun. And there are routes that you learn when you do this. What do I mean by a route? Well, you're going to see in a couple of the videos, there are areas of school that I consistently go to. I call them my routes. They're places like this down here where I can run the area behind the basketball court. These corridors, go up and down them, out the windows, in the windows, off the roof, onto the awning above the school entry, jump across from there onto the awning over here. It's all very, very, it becomes second nature. You become much better at your place within the building, within the structure, and you become much better at exploiting that to really, really quickly get to a flank or get to a position that the enemies just aren't expecting you to come up from. And you're going to see that happen here as well. Now, one of the things I don't really like about this is that it's in third person. Third person is just all fine and dandy. I mean, it's what we've got at the moment, and it is great fun to play regardless. But the ability to do things like that just drives me up the wall. Where you can basically overlook an entire area based on, without actually exposing yourself. Like that drives me nuts. And you can see, you drop areas where the flight zone is, and there are just people freaking everywhere. And you just run around and you start laying into them immediately. And it creates some amazing, amazing brawls. I'm going to show you one in a wee while. It's just absolutely ridiculous. It's incredible, and I hope you enjoy it because I thought it was one of the most fun games I've ever played. I might make a whole video on the other one because it's a brawl that I really want to break down. And again, here's me just exploiting things, leaving him knocked, working the next guy, leaving him knocked, checking out, seeing where everyone else is, safe, I'll clear that bloke. Reload, clear that bloke. Using these stairwells at school is just incredibly effective. Here we go again. Same areas. I mean, you'd almost think they're all from the same game, but these are just the routes that I like to run at school. They're so good for moving around quickly and catching people unawares. Get down in that court. Get one weapon. Run and find people and work. And it's brilliant if you hate starting out the game and dying immediately on impact. I mean, it doesn't guarantee that you're not going to have that happen to you, but it does allow you to get so much better at surviving at the start of games, at working magic to actually stay alive, at taking one weapon and just focusing and turning it into... I mean, look at this. It's just all the kind of action that you're looking for on a consistent basis. Solo squad in mini zones. It's just phenomenal, man. Like, it's just absolutely phenomenal. Again, Yaz Napoleana. Go fast, go fast, go fast, go fast, go fast. Get him, get him, get him. He's trying to get a weapon, and bang. Like that kind of turning that into something that's second nature is an absolute must. Also, you learn to conserve weapons and conserve ammo because you really don't have a lot at times. And you learn to deal with multiple targets at once. That's particularly interesting when it comes to stalking prey and watching footsteps and figuring out where you think the bad guys are and setting up ambushes. Like I can hear, I've already wiped this guy's squad. He's running around beneath me. I can see his footsteps in the minimap. And I set up the perfect ambush and he rolls on up into it and we keep on rocking out. I don't know, like, you know, these guys are having a squad fight with someone down the road and they're just crawling along in front of me. This amazes me. This is amazing. This guy is crawling down the road. I'm like, what? Seriously? He's just flummoxing me. Like, surely he's stopped crawling. He hasn't stopped crawling. Like, I pull out a gren, okay, I'll just chuck a gren anyway. And then he stands up and starts running away. And he's still not shooting at me. Like, get wrecked, you grub. I had no idea what was going on there. That was pretty nuts. So I highly recommend doing this. And it's no harm, no foul kind of stuff. You can work on things that you know you're lacking in. Like, for instance, you might have seen in that shot there, I went straight to ADS rather than just hip fire. Because... I mean, I read the comments section. I talk to people in the comments section. Someone pointed out yesterday that, you know, I've really got to work on my ADS because I do a lot of hip fire because I'm used to it and it works well. And that's absolutely right. I don't do enough ADS. So this week, that's probably going to be the focus for me, is aiming down scope as fast as possible. Maybe seeing how a thumb grip works on an M16 or on an M416 and seeing if that helps me get that ADS in quicker, and these are the kind of places to do it, especially when we're between seasons like we are now. Although by the time this video pops, the season may not have started. Remember how I talked about routes earlier? See how I dropped the basketball court, then I was up here and I'm overlooking the basketball court, looking for targets, hit the guy as he moved on, then I'm going to push up here. This is one of my favorite things to do. I can see where the footsteps are as to where they are up top, right? This guy is going to come up, we're going to have a little bit of a push. He pops. I'm just trying to get his attention. I'm absolutely bolting down to the other side. I'm going to swing out, and then I'm going to flank both him and his mate who are up on the roof, be really bold and aggressive, and clear them both. They're still watching the wrong stairs. And you've got to be fast, you've got to be quick, and you've got to know your routes. And if you do that, you can just run these things all day. And when people are chasing you, you have some kind of a plan and tactic on how you're actually going to clear them. This is the third member of that squad. Look at the footsteps in the minimap. All I'm doing is tracking those footsteps with my red dot. So I can hear they're coming from there to the west. He's above me. That noise is above me. He's within 20 meters. There he is. He's looting the rooms above me. Now we did that testing. We know if the footsteps are appearing on the map, they're within 20 meters. So he's within those two doors there on the floor above me. He could come down the stairs. No, he's not going to come down the stairs. You can see me tracking those footsteps as they move around. And because I know the layout of the building so well, Once I know he's past there, okay, he's more than 20 meters away when those footsteps disappear, and I can still hear him. And now he's looting over there to the southeast. So I know now that while he's quiet, I can just move gently out, up the stairs. No, he's back. Okay, he's now to my right. I can now overlook this corridor. I'll lean out, and when he leaves this room, I'm going to flog him. Here we go. I know the building so well that I know exactly where he's going and what he's doing. I know he's looting. He's working his way through those top zones. I know that if he's got footprints going, then he's within 20 meters of me. So those are the rooms that he has available to him. And that when the footprints fade, he's looting the far end of that room. I know where I can get overlook. And this is all the stuff that you work on when you're doing this. And you have fun doing it. Like, why the hell wouldn't you do this? It's excellent. Now, this next clip I'll finish with, and I'll show you another game tomorrow. It's really a pretty cool game. This next clip I'm going to finish with, you'll see there's a guy in the shed there. His mate's over here. I knock the guy with a gren, I kill his mate, and then I go in the shed, the big barn, and I clear the bloke I knocked with the gren. Someone turns up in a car. They hear me killing the knocked target inside, and they hightail it to a barn, to a house to the southeast, and they camp it, and they camp it, and they camp it. Now, I know they're there. I'm pretty certain they're there, but I don't have any choice. Eventually, I have to go and move into it. It's just, they're camping it forever. Like, you can see how far away that zone is. And now, like, the whole zone is moved. That's been like 3 minutes. There he is. He's up in that window. And these are the perfect situations that you can practice in this kind of scenario. There's 16 left alive. I've killed 4. I'm just going to be very, very calm, and you're going to see this situation replicated in another video in just a wee bit. I'll drop that one in the next couple of days, and then I'm going to get my smoke out. I'm going to drop my smoke. When I drop my smoke, I'm then going to back up, and I'm going to edge to the left. You can see still there waiting in that window, just overlooking, and I'm going to edge to the left hand side of the smoke. And you've all seen me use smoke like this before if you've been watching the channel for any length of time. And I'm going to pump him. And this is just great practice. Getting this done here is such a good way of training for, you know, raiding season or changing the way you play. There it is. Great work. Love it. But because he camped me in, I get absolutely screwed. And the reason I'm showing this video in particular is one of the members of the channel, the community, one of the subscriber base, says, "Bushka, I killed you in a game the other day." And I just wanted him to see exactly how nuts and how unfair it was that he waited on the zone line and killed me. Because, man, I had to work so hard. I had to clear those 2 guys in the barn. Then I had to wait and clear the guy that was camping me in. And then I had to run through this zone, burning med kits, just within an inch of death the whole way. Still sprinting, still sprinting. I'm going to get a full med kit out, which will let me go just a little bit further. Get it in and then go. It's got to get us in. It's got to get us in. Got to get us close. Push, 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 push. Oh, come on, man. Oh, I'm going to have to go another med kit. Going to have to go another med kit. This is torture. I mean, have a look. How much work. That grub who just camped me out. He was going to be in this zone as well. Like, God knows, some people will just do anything. But I see, right, I get in, lie down. I'm going to boost straight away, so that I actually get some hit points back, because I know there's a whole lot of people in front of me and I'm still 260 meters away from the zone. You know who I'm talking about, RP counting. There we go. There we go. Up you get, Wheat Bix. Push it. Smoke. Smoke up here at Milter. Big trouble. There's a guy in that building. I'm going to have to clear him as well to get through. 11 left alive. We've killed 5. This is great work, hey. It's like playing like this, solo versus squad, just makes you work and work and work and work. It's really, really good. And it makes you think through things. I know I've got to clear this guy. There's no way around it. He's going to jump and push in with me. So I'm going to have to gunfight him. And I've got to get him as he comes down. There we go. And not even bothering to knock. Just keep running. And here he comes, the grub, lying in the grass in the zone line. You absolute monster. How dare you do it to me? Thank you, RP, you grub. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. That was solo versus squad training day part 1. I'm going to show you a game in the next couple of days. It is Solo versus Squad Training Day Part 2, which is just an awesome game. So much fun and a lot of really cool little moments in it. And I hope you enjoyed those little highlights. They certainly were a lot of fun to play those games. And you get to just jump up and do it again. You can push and push and push into like 4 people at a time. And if you die, jump up and do it again. Until next time, I'm Bushka. Look after yourselves, stay safe in the battlefield, and bye for now.